Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's thought for the day, Tuesday, the 3rd of December. Today's readings are Job chapter 3 and 4, Jonah chapter 4, and Hebrews chapter 10. The title of today's thought is You Have Need Of, and is taken from our Hebrews reading. Is there anyone who thinks they do not need anything? With the seasonal time, Christmas, in 3 weeks' time, the young ones especially are thinking of those things they need and that it would be good to receive. Our readings today in Hebrews say, For you have need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of God, you may receive what is promised. Chapter 10, verse 36. Am I enduring? You see, we live in a world, at least in this country, in the Western world, that is very impatient. It is said this is the now generation. Until recently, it was easy, and it still is to some extent, to get what you want now and pay later. The folly of living beyond one's income is becoming more evident. Some countries, especially in Europe, are learning this and are having to endure the pain of austerity. But the letter to the Hebrews is about something entirely different. Paul tells them, Do not throw away your confidence, which has great reward. Verse 35. We throw or give away the things we do not need. But confidence? What do you and I have confidence in? Do we have confidence in God's knowledge and oversight in all that happens as a result of the free will He allows? What confidence do we have in what will happen in the future? God has oversight of that and can intervene as He chooses, as our readings frequently reveal. Often we puzzle to know more exactly what they are alluding to. Zechariah chapter 12 verse 1-3 being a perfect example in the light of Middle East events now and in recent years. We saw lessons illustrating His oversight in individual lives. In our readings in Job and Jonah, both men had at least temporarily lost sight of the will of God, working out a pathway in their own lives. Are we any better? But if we really commit ourselves to be the children of God and more live for Him in faith, then we will sense more clearly His purpose in the tidings He allows or causes to happen in our lives and in the world. Take special notice of how Hebrews chapter 10 ends. My righteous one shall aim to live by faith. And if he shrinks back, my soul has no pleasure in him or her. But we are not of those who shrink back and are destroyed, but are of those who have faith and persevere. But of those who have faith and preserve their souls. Wise men have written about the power of positive thinking, but Hebrews reminds us of the words of Jesus Himself. The one who endures to the end will be saved. Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. So let us try harder to see the need of endurance and put what we see into practice. Thank you for joining us for today's Thought for the Day. If you found it helpful, please share it with others. And remember, whatever you do today, do it to the glory of God, remembering that the antidote to sin is to do good. Thank you for listening. God bless.